What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful Wednesday night. I hope everyone's doing well. I had another great day today. A little bbit sick, but I feel much better tonight. I don't know how you guys feel when you get a little I had like a slight sinus thing going on last night, and I didn't fall asleep till like 4 a.m. It was terrible. I had to go sleep on the couch because I just couldn't get to sleep. I don't know how you guys handle it when that happens, but man, what a crazy night. Z says, first, in for a great stream. Yeah, good one coming tonight. Got some good stuff to talk about. Crypto Compassion, good to see you. Crypto Compassion is about to start streaming. We need more streamers. Support our streamers. Tom C says, BTC is pumping. Yes, it is. 18.2 as I see it. TexX is reporting for class. Welcome, brother. Hey, Doug. Good evening, Randy and everyone. How are you doing, Chico? The payout per T-share is awesome these past days. Yes, Doug. Today it was over 6.8. I retweeted it. Someone shared that and retweeted it. It's pretty amazing. And Son is always teaching the community, thank goodness. Yeah, nonstop. I got my first Patreon today. Or patron today on Patreon. I won't say a name till I have permission, but yeah, pretty awesome. Tonight we have a guest I'm going to bring on. He's going to stick with us for about 30 minutes or so, and we're going to talk about some big news that happened today. Welcome, GS Rothschild, guys. What's up, Cash? Can you hear me? Hello. No, he just bounced out. Ah, crap. All right, so the news we're going to talk about is this. Avalanche partners with Amazon. This is huge news, guys. Huge. Avalanche partners with Amazon Web Services to accelerate blockchain adoption. Avax jumps 16%. Well, it was not really, it wasn't 16%. It was way more than that, actually. There he is. Are you there?
And we're back.
Ah, there you go. Hey, all right. What's up?
How are we all? Sorry for the slight hiccup.
No problem. Here, let's bring this up here. So here, let's put our display names real quick. There we go. All right. So what is going on with this news? I was talking about the article, and yes, I think this is just fabulous. With Avalanche, this is not just for crypto guys, or not just for Avalanche. This is for everyone. Excuse me, everybody. Yes, this is huge news. And let me just read the article really quick. This is from my friend over at Bitcoin.com, Jamie Redmond. He's probably one of the most well-known journalists in the crypto space. Avalabs, the team behind the Layer 1 smart contract platform network Avalanche, has partnered with Amazon Web Services, according to an announcement made on 11 January 2023. Founder and CEO of Avalabs, Emin Gun, he's from Turkey, said the collaboration was a big deal, and in comparison with other blockchain announcements that involved AWS, he insisted that his partnership is meaningful. Founder and CEO of Avalabs, Emin, comments in collaboration with Amazon Web Services. So I won't go more into it, but since you're a dev and your project, Gold Standard DAO, is on Avalanche, you're going to be multi-chain, but you're starting on Avalanche. Could you give us a little bit of background why this is such huge news and why people should be paying attention to this?
Yeah, absolutely. So with Avalanche making moves like this, working with Amazon Web Services, they're basically securing themselves as part of the industry. So they're maximizing their industry position. And this is very important. I think a lot of this news has kind of gone unnoticed just because of the current market conditions we're in. But I think once the bulls come back, a lot of this information will resurface. And we'll start to see who are the stronger projects, and these are the kind of fundamentals that are going to push Avalanche to be, part of the top three EVMs.
Yeah, and they've been building nonstop. I talk about Avalanche all the time. It's one of those. Excuse me. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I talk about Avalanche all the time as one of the premier layer ones, and
Yes.
it's not huge. They only have like 500 projects total that use Avalanche, but they are building to focus more on. And they even say it that they're going after government and they're going after corporations, and I think that's
Yes.
really important differentiation.
Yes. Yes. I think how Avalanche have strategized on attacking this market has been very interesting. So they have also partnered with a legal team that is working hand in hand with them on the regulatory side of things. There was some news around this a few months ago, but I actually took it as positive news. I think it's a good thing to have that legal support, just because the industry that they are in is kind of that's the holy grail. If you can get get the regulatory compliance, that's the holy grail of crypto, and they have a legal team that's working hand in hand with them on accomplishing this. So I'm a very strong believer in Avalanche team. The thing that attracted us was their ecosystem. So in such a excuse me, such a short space of time, they managed to create such a vast ecosystem with their Trader Joe decks, with their DeFi platforms. We saw the launch of Wonderland DAO on Avalanche, and Wonderland alone had about 3 or 4 billion in TVL. So this is what initially attracted us, and the low gas fees. We saw the right kind of setup, and to hear that they are partnering with Amazon Web Services just kind of solidifies their strategy moving forward with us.
Yeah, I know you must have done a happy fist in the air for that one. I came home tonight from the park and I'm like, wait, why the hell is this going up? At the time it was 22%. Now it's like 24, 25%. It's just going to keep climbing, I think, as the news spreads.
I
I
agree.
think
I agree.
people who are positioned, I just happen to get lucky. I happen to have a bunch of avalanches sitting in my wallet because I do believe in them. I love what they're doing. So sometimes luck is whoever's prepared are the ones who pay attention and they do their own research and they do well with it. So I've been talking about Avalanche for a long time, and congratulations to anyone who's listened because you guys just made a little bit of money.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And I'll say this as well. Did you guys hear about the Alibaba deal they just closed as well? They just closed a deal with Alibaba too. So they're very active, very active.
Yeah.
They're making the right moves. This is what we need to see.
Yeah, exactly. So it will behoove everybody to have. I mean, if you can afford it, get 100 Avalanche tokens and forget about them.
Yeah.
100 Avalanche tokens right now is going to cost you what, $1,600, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you can afford $1,600, just sock them away and forget about them because it's like, to me, it's like the next Ethereum, the next EVM chain that's going to go absolutely nuts. Obviously I'm a Pulse chain guy. I'm big on Pulse chain, but Pulse chain is not here yet. So in the interim, what other EVM I think is going to do very well? It's going to be Avalanche.
I agree. I think these guys are in the running to win the race. Initially. So these guys will be around for a while. If you look at like I mentioned before, their legal infrastructure and how they're aggressively targeting and solving some of the main problems with their blockchain solutions, this is exactly what we need to see, guys. So, yeah, I do think I'm a very strong believer in Avalanche. Very strong believer in Avalanche. So I do agree. If anyone is able to start DCAing into AVAX now, it might not be a bad idea to do so. You are not catching a falling knife at this stage.
Yeah, and it just bottomed out last week, right? It went all the way down to, I think it was like 12, or so. I'll show the chart later, but it dropped down the way down to $12, and that's when I happened to buy some. Look, it was pure luck. I just happened to have a chance to, and I just did nothing with the tokens. They were just sitting in my wallet. I had no idea that this was happening. I just know that Avalanche has been working on lots of different things. So now that we're working with Avalanche, give us an update on Gold Standard DAO. I know that you had to kick the launch down the road a couple days. Tell us what's going on with Gold Standard DAO and what you're working on over there.
Absolutely. So we had to extend the launch for Gold Standard DAO until January 21st. This was to make sure that we get our initial fund injection organized. So the way we're going to launch with the initial 400K TBL that we're starting with is we have set up a new claim page for users.
I think I lost you. You went silent on us. Uh-oh. Bummer. He's having connection issues. All right, it's just me then. Until he comes back. All right. All right, let's finish off this article then while I wait for him to come back. This is from AWS. It says, at AWS, we are all about bringing the most cutting edge technologies to builders, no matter if they sit in a multi-million-dollar enterprise, a government office, or a dorm. Howard Wright, the VP and global head of AWS Startup, said in a statement, the new capabilities brought by Avalanche enable us to do just that. We're thrilled to add an innovator like Avalabs to our partner network and to support new tooling for Avalanche's infrastructure and ecosystem, helping to expand its adoption to new geographies and customer segments. They do a lot of stuff outside the US. Now, here was the chart earlier. Let's show the chart now. Oh, come on. It logged me out. Let's see. That keeps climbing. We're at 1590 now for Avalanche. And at the beginning of the day, it was 12 and a quarter. Now we're at 1590. Wow. What a run, guys. That's rare in a bear market, but today we got that. And it felt really good. Good to see something pop off to get the idea that maybe the bull market's coming back. And while we're here, let's go ahead and do the charts. So that's Avalanche. Let's look at the indicators. Let's look at the Aurochs indicator in there. Let's click here. Look, if you would have been paying attention, this is the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 days ago, it gave you the buy indicator. Nice run, folks. You would have been buying at 1070, and now you're at 1590. This will run probably for a few more days, and then it'll slow down probably. So, well, cash is back. Welcome back, sir.
And we are back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure. We're in the top of the tech industry, and I can't connect to can't stream. Just before I dropped out, yes, we are looking at the January 21st. We've got a few partnership announcements coming up, and we have the compounding feature implemented into the platform now for you guys.
All right. Now, the compounding feature, is that required to have the GS DAO tokens staked, or is that just anything that you have when you have your stable staked?
Yeah, so you can stake your USDC, and you do not need to have GSD staked, but you can stake your USDC, and on your earn page, you can come and compound your earnings back into the pools.
Okay. All right. And the other option is just to take out your gold tokens.
Correct. The other option
All
is
right.
you can claim your gold tokens and have them redeemed for the physical asset.
Okay. All right. So are we still on for the 21st of January for launch?
We are. We have finished up our CERTIC audits. It says the progress bar is at 85% now. We're just waiting for them to check our amendment notes. But that has all been finalized now. So we're just waiting for them to kind of update our score. And I'm receiving the first lot of USDC injections within the next 24 hours today as well. So devs are ready. Yeah, we are ready for liftoff. We are getting ready for liftoff. So I'm kind of just getting ready some of my own funds to put in for the TVL upon launch.
Yeah, he's working. This guy works. Every time I message him, he messages me right back, and he's in Australia. And do you ever sleep? It's like, when does this guy sleep?
I'm on 3 hours. Once we're all there, I'll take a little bit of time off for a little bit.
Okay, all right. Well, so we're gone for the 21st. Tell us, the market itself. How are you feeling about the current state of the crypto market? Do you think we're getting towards the end of this bear?
I don't think we're at the bottom yet. My gut does tell me there is going to be another event. So I think it's going to be an interesting year. The next 12 months are going to be interesting. We have our next Bitcoin halving in 2024. So I think that's when we're going to start really seeing some things get spicy within the market. Things are going to start getting really interesting then. But I am anticipating another black swan event. However, I do think we are low enough now that we're not catching a falling knife.
Yeah, it won't be that. I think the next black swan event won't be that big. My prediction is it's Silvergate, Silvergate Bank. I've been predicting that one since September. I thought that Silvergate would have collapsed by now, and their stock is down, I think 80% or something like that. They had to lay off a bunch of employees. They are the crypto bank. I think they're in California somewhere, and I've been predicting that if they go down, that's going to be the last leg for the capitulation. Because what else can go bad? Besides Binance, or there's two things like USDT, right? USDT is the other one, but everyone's been saying USDT is going to disappear for the last 6 or 7 years. It's still here.
I agree. I agree. Been saying it for a long time. I'm even starting to see FUD around Binance now, and this is coming from quite well-known crypto reporters and influencers. So I've been through, I think, 3 market cycles now. After the third one, you get used to it.
Yeah, same here. This is my third one too, and it's not bothering me at all.
No. I'm just waiting to get in at the right price. That's all. I have no fear, uncertainty, or doubt that the crypto market will die, because what we're working with is revolutionary technology. It's the tech that I believe in, not Bitcoin or any altcoins and stuff like that. I think blockchain technology is and has revolutionized how we work in the world, how we set up systems and stuff. So I believe in the tech, and I think it's just the beginning. We're really just in the beginning, and these are the growing pains until we kind of finally accept crypto.
I have something to say about that. We're from the generation three cycles back. So the second cycle was when Bitcoin hit almost $20,000, right? And that was the greed cycle. But I think that the 3 cycles back, is many of us came in really because we loved the tech, and we were made fun of. People were like, "Oh, why'd you guys get into this? It just went down from when you bought. It went down. I bought Bitcoin at 450, and it continued to go down to almost 200, like a year later. And I held on, and I just kept participating and kept buying more crypto. And I wasn't looking to get rich off of it. I didn't say, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to go to 50 grand." I never thought that. Never even came to my mind that it was even possible, right? I was like, I'm just holding this stuff because I think it's cool, and I don't like the Federal Reserve and the central banks. So that was why I got in. Well, you seem to be that type of person too.
I agree. Yeah, it's after. Come on, guys. This is the 3rd time, 4th time that we're hearing the same news up and down with FUD, and then Bitcoin and crypto is the best thing in the world, and then all of a sudden it's the Antichrist again. So I'm not buying it. I don't buy the FUD. Yeah, like you said, Randy, it's really the tech. If you understand what this thing really is, you'll get some popcorn ready and enjoy the show for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just showing some of the comments here. This is hysterical. MP Delane put, "Is the Avalanche partnership more bullish than when Verge and Pornhub partnered? McAfee told me he was going to the moon. It was one of his recommended picks." Yeah, I think this was a little bit more legit. That's hysterical. Tin Top says it's up 26%. Yeah. Rod Dobson says, "I work with AWS, not any more than Avalanche renting space in the AWS cloud." Okay. All right. Cool. Tortoise Johnny says, I'm from the Avalanche ecosystem. Welcome, Tortoise Johnny. He's like, please be quiet. Don't tell everybody yet. Yeah, because it's such a quiet thing. The Avalanche ecosystem it's like this under the radar community that nobody really talks about except for the community itself. And they don't go troll other communities. Like I'm a Hexagon pulse chain guy. We troll the shit out of every community. That's part of what we do. But not the Avalanche folks. They're so calm and they're so gentle, you know.
Yeah. They've got their feet up. We've got Trader Joe. We've got, and it's amazing because they've got two very powerful dexes that are launched on there now. I mean, Pangolin decentralized exchange. You can use the functionality of that exchange is amazing. They have credit card on-ramp functionality on that already, and same with Trader Joe. Trader Joe has quite a good amount of TVL and volume that goes through that. So.
Yep, some of it's mine.
The Avalanche ecosystem is thriving at the moment. There is a lot of components there that people are utilizing already. So it's very, very free. You can utilize a lot of things on the Avalanche ecosystem right now. Fantastic.
Very cool. Hey, Tortoise John, you're kind of breaking up there, but Tortoise Johnny says Wonderland was the definition of a Ponzi, by the way. I sidestepped that falling knife. I never even heard of it until you said it. Wonderland. Let's see. Yeah, that's the founder, Emin Gunzer. Oh, we lost him again. All right, no problem. Problem solver. I tweeted you about it. I sent you the thing here. Let me show you guys real quick. So to go full screen, oh shit, I've already have it full screen. So problem solver, check your messages, your emails, because I sent it to you just about an hour ago, I think. So let's go back into the charts. It's having some issues with connectivity. All right, so Bitcoin, look at it pump. Dun, dun, dun. This is Bitcoin on the daily, looking pretty amazing. Going up that step ladder. Look at look at the demand index here. Wow, it's flying. Is this a suckers rally? Look at this go. Wow. This is Ethereum on the daily. Hex 2.07 cents. Bummer. On the monthly, let's check the daily. We're still 3 days in the sell, and the EMA just crossed over. Wow, man. What the hell? Hedron, get off of here. All right. And a VAX, look at that, 1591. Crazy, 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 folks. I think we're going back into the bull. All right. So now that we got you back, I want to talk about one more subject with you before you go. You there? Hello. Hello. Yeah, he's not connected.
We're back.
There you go. Okay. All right. I want to talk about one more subject before you go. And that is what we were talking about earlier today. Freaking AI, man. AI is taking over. This shit is amazing. And we're not even playing, we're playing with GPT-3 and these other tools. And we got a new one coming out, GPT-4, which is like parabolically larger. And the database is so much larger of information. This stuff is blowing my mind. You can have a whole business based on just like executive assistants and everything within your team. You don't even need to hire employees. As a business owner, this is like a godsend because I'm not very good at being a boss. I'm really good at working my butt off, but I'm not good at delegating and those kind of things. Do you want to tell a story of what you told me, what you did today or what you're working on?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's a really cool subject. So for example, with AI is one of my loves, one of my first loves. But basically what we've been able to create, I think it's took me about 1 or 2 hours to set this up. We've created a new AI program for the construction industry that basically takes images of building plans and reads and scans the image with all of the proportions to the building and spits out the calculations for the builder within about 10 seconds. So this software doesn't exist at the moment, and currently it takes builders roughly an hour per building draft to get their calculations. So now we've shortened that time down from 1 hour to 10 seconds. And I'm selling this program today.
Yeah.
And I did most of that through chatbot. I used chatbot to help me with a lot of the answers for that. Did a little bit of tweaking, but it took me, after about 1 or 2 hours, I was able to create that AI system, and we're selling it for about 150K.
6-figure product in 2 hours worth of work.
2 hours worth of work. So anything is possible. Anything is really possible. And I think if there's anything I can say about AI, is that's the whole point of AI, guys. It's to find out what we didn't know before. It's to see, it's to fill the gaps that we're missing as humans. So
I think it's also expanding. It's giving us an expansion. It's like a human expansion pack.
Correct.
But the AI is an expansion pack to our brains. So I can't explain it. I mean, I signed up for this product today. I can't remember the name of it. But it's like it gives me 20 employees, and each one of these employees has a different data set and a different experience that can help me do different things. And I'm looking at this and my jaw is dropping. And because I remember 10 years ago when I was doing my business, when I thought about, my website and doing all these things, I thought about hiring an executive assistant. I thought about all this. Don't have to anymore. I have a whole business and it's all AI. Not all of it, but a large portion of it is AI who's going to help me, do things. When I say, hey, write me a cool title for a video, it's going to be able to do that. Hey, write me a whole script based on this subject for a video to be made. And it'll write me a whole script. It'll help me write blog posts. It'll, as a content creator, that's just the slightest touch of the layer of what ChatGPT or any of these can do. But excuse me, for developers like you, oh my God. Now I wish I was a dev. Now I wish I could do what you do, because I will be all day long building shit. Seriously.
That's pretty much what I'm doing is now I'm able to. So the thing they say is with how societies develop and advance their technologies is once there's a key technology that's released, we usually see an increase in development time. And that's what's happening now. So, for example, if it took us 6 months to build a program or to create any kind of content, it takes us now 1/10, if that. You could input what you're looking for and have the output come out within 30 seconds. So this is the stage we're in now. We're in a rapid acceleration of development time. And with this new AI technology that's coming out, we're going to start seeing a lot of new things develop faster. This was the thing that made DeFi great in 2017. So it will be interesting to see how we utilize this to make DeFi great again in 2024.
Absolutely. I think this is the next level up for technology and humanity, is the AI part. I know Elon, he warns about it, but he did recently say that he's not as nervous as he was in the past about AI. I don't know if that's because he's got a huge investment in OpenAI, or if it's because he truly thinks that things are getting better. It creeps me out a little bit, especially once it becomes trained and it thinks like a human, if that ever happens. But what it can do now is just fabulous. And we're not at the creme de la creme yet. Right now, it's just the beginning. We're just scraping the surface of the possibilities.
We're just getting started. We're just getting started. I think he is right though. He is right there. Right now, there is nothing stopping me from creating a program that can scour data, brute force into certain things. There is nothing stopping me from doing this right now. I can create an AI that works on its own and thinks on its own for negative impact. So that is true. But what that also does push as well is it forces us to tighten up our security at the same time. So again, it all comes down to this rapid acceleration of growth and development. We will see some cons, but the cons will force a lot of pros moving forward.
Yeah. This is a great comment by Tintop. Good news, everybody. You're all fired. Thanks, AI.
I'll let the team know.
But what it does though is it gives you all employees where you don't have to pay for them. Well, you might have a pay for a service that gives you those employees, and that might only cost you 20. Like I use Barely, BAEARLY. That's $20 a month, and I can click on it, and it'll give me all the data points in an article, and what's the important stuff about this article. And it's like you don't have to read 1,000 words. You can just get the data point, the most important points of the article, and that just speeds your day up. You don't have to read all the stupid shit that they put in for SEO, right?
And I mean, how powerful is that? I think this is part of the fourth industrial revolution, guys. I do believe this is the fourth industrial revolution. I think, the workforce, if you're talking about workforce these days, you're going to have to kind of be a specialist in something that AI is not able to do, or it will have to be a laboring job. So unless you want to be a laborer, specialize in something, because AI
specialize in something and use an AI will be your assistance. Ovidian says, "Damn," and I was going. Ovidian says, "Damn," and I was going to ask Randy for a job. I'm already fired. Oh God, yeah, this is crazy.
We'll live up the gold standard Dow yield. That's what I'm looking forward to. Is fourth industrial revolution. We can live off our yield. AI is working for us, and the workforce has kind of changed, and our lifestyles have kind of changed as well. So that's COVID was an interesting test for that. I think the AI project can.
Hey, Labasi has a question. He says, "What AI project can retail buy?" I don't know any off the top of my head. Do you know any?
In terms of retail, how do you mean, Lavelle?
I mean, any project that is a pure AI play. Is there any yet? I think that's going to be the hottest thing.
Yeah, I think if you want to look into getting behind or investing in any kind of AI, I would look at the top 3 movers in this market right now. So ChatGPT, I believe Microsoft are actually looking at acquiring, and what they're doing is this is going to be a game changer, because what Microsoft are going to do is they're basically going to teach ChatGPT to code games and these types of content for them in record time. Can you imagine the content and the things that we're going to start seeing now? So if you want to look at buying in terms of retail, look at who is going to be utilizing this technology. Look in this area. So look who will be utilizing this ChatGPT kind of technology and the profits and benefits that they're working towards. One being Microsoft. So I would even buy some Microsoft shares.
Yeah, I think it's OpenAI. They're putting in 10 billion more. Their original investment was 1 billion. Now they're putting 10 billion more, and they'll have 49% ownership of OpenAI, which is the founder of ChatGPT.
Crazy. Imagine that. I do think this ChatGPT thing is going to be one of the main ones. If you're looking at, we're talking about networks before. These guys are the avalanche of AIs at the moment. So, So it's really it's a crazy time to be alive, guys. You're looking at, we're almost in God mode here, where we've got AI basically giving us the answers for everything that Google didn't even have. We're looking at workforces changing, lifestyle changing, all of these things are happening for a positive. Like you said before, if you're prepared for it, Rand.
Yeah, you got to be prepared. Grit Gaines says AI is not good. You know, and I understand. I understand his thought process behind that. And I remember when people said the internet was bad. I remember early on crypto was bad. You know, everything's bad in the beginning for a certain segment of the population. Where humans are, in general, we're pessimistic, right? We look at something and we say, that's not good. Yes, I am from the Terminator generation. When Terminator came out, and that creeps me out. That whole part of it creeps me out. But if they could keep a lid on this thing and it doesn't get its own consciousness and decide that humans aren't needed, I'm all for it. But as soon as it outpaces us, oh shit, we're in trouble. if it decides to go conscious.
I am anticipating a worst case scenario. You know, it's who is to say that won't happen? I really
No
think
one
we
knows.
have not seen any. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Wait till we start getting our biotech up to par with the AI. So now we'll start seeing robotics filling in the blanks for humans, like that iRobot movie with Will Smith or whatever it was. We are just seeing the beginning. So if you look 10 years down the track, you're still early. We need to look 50.
Do you remember the Matt Damon movie when he went? There was a ring out in space where all the elites lived, and Elysium, and there was that machine that excuse me, that you could sit in and it would heal you. I think that's coming. I think that we're not far from that. Maybe 20, 30 years. You'll have systems that do that. You already got the robotic where a doctor can operate on you from, you could be in India and he could operate on you using a system. So why can't AI do the same thing?
Exactly.
It's coming.
Exactly.
All right, brother. Well, I know you got shit to do, so get out of here. Thank you for coming on and giving us the update for Gold Standard DAO and let us in on the little Avax thing, because that dude is freaking awesome. I'm so glad that there's some project layer one right now that's getting a lot of attention, and one that actually, in my opinion, deserves it.
Yeah, I agree. Keep your eyes on AVAX, guys. And thanks for having me, Randy. Thanks for having me. I'll look forward to catching you guys on the next one.
No problem.
I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, we'll have you back on the week of the 21st so you can talk about the launch and stuff.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys then.
All right, cheers, bro. Yeah, so Gold Standard DAO is launching on the 21st of January. Can you believe that he built an app for the construction industry in 2 hours using AI and already has an offer for 150K? That's freaking nuts to me, man. It's nuts. Skynet took me a second to recall that from Terminator. Yeah, exactly, Bobby. Still waiting for smell-o-vision and flying cars. How can we purchase a VAX with USDC on ETH? Oh, MJ Money, you actually have to. What I do, I could take you through the process really quick. I'll just tell you. So go to Simple Swap or Change Now and get the VAX. Yeah, let me show you a screen. It's just better that way. Come on, Simple Swap. Start a new exchange. This is how it would work. Are you guys seeing this? Yes, you are. All right. So you got to change the token to a VAX, and it has to be C chain. This is the original, a VAX C. All right. Whoops. Let's go the other way. This is how it needs to be done if you're buying them. So say you have Ethereum and you want a VAX. You would, yeah. Anybody here got 290 ETH in their wallets? So you click this, you put in how many you're going to get. You put in the address that they're going to be sent to. Remember, your ETH addresses are the same as your Avalanche addresses. So all you have to do is change your RPC. You click down your RPC on Aurochs wallet or in the what's it called wallet? Actually, you don't even need to change the RPC in the Aurochs wallet. It's already there. But in the MetaMask wallet, you need to change the RPC. But doesn't matter. The average is still the same. And then once we do this, it'll go to the next screen. It'll say, send the ETH to this address. And then they'll give you a copy of their address, which is the exchange address. And then 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, your Avalanche will be in your wallet. That's it. That's how it works. I love Simple Swap. This is the one I use. I know a lot of folks use Change now, but I'm a creature of habit, and I've been using these guys for probably 5 years. So they work good. I've never had an issue. All right. Well, I always tune in when I can. I always learning something new because of you, Randy. Jeremy, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. MJ Money with a 777. Yes, sir. No problem. Okay, so let's get into the chisme. Any Latinos out there know what chisme is? It's called gossip. I saw something today that I was pretty disappointed with, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Oh, Dr. Heck said something. I missed this. Genius uses AI and runs on Avalanche in addition to ETH, Finance, Polygon, Matic. Okay. I'll give you a fair swap. I don't like Genius, but I'll give you a good chance to show that there. That gold standard DAO is hard to find. What's their website? I think it's gold. Yeah. I think it's this one. Here, let me put it in the chat for you. Sucks being sick, guys. I've been suffering a lot this year. It's been out of control. Just the mold, the rain has been so bad. It's not supposed to be raining this time of year, and yesterday it rained almost all day. I just don't get it. So that's their website. All right, so we've got some chisme here, and it's disappointing because this comes from Senor Jack Levin of Zen. Now, you guys know that I am in Zen. I mint the tokens. Like every week, I do a couple more wallets. But what he did here is very, very disappointing. Yes, I made a video last night saying that we got a nothing burger from the conference. All right, considering Pulse Chain and what Richard said. But what Jack says here, frankly, baseball bat to the kneecaps. Here we go. Let's play it.
That so very disappointing space.
Well, we didn't have any good questions, so maybe you can leave.
Why is Richard Hart lying about Pulse Chain?
Why is he lying about Pulse Chain?
Yes.
Specifically what?
What he's acting like he doesn't know what any of the code is. Why is he doing that?
It is my personal observation that I think he is potentially have abandoned the idea to do it, just because of what I have seen on the conference the other day. The questions that were asked, he couldn't really come up with anything that's any sort of roadmap for Pulse Chain, which is unfortunate because I have a lot of friends that actually were eagerly waiting for this thing to launch. Why
we all are.
If he's lying about it, I mean, we have no idea whatever can happen to a person's personal life, or whether he's lying or not. We just do not know. What we do know is that it isn't coming anytime soon, doesn't appear to be, and it appears to be that he's not interested. Now, we can only speculate why he's not interested. Perhaps he's worried that Hex price will dump if it launches in a bear market. So that is one speculation. The other speculation could be the SEC now has both Pulse and Hex on the radar, and maybe they have advised them not to do anything until this case is settled, which is also a possibility. So things change.
Did you say it's impossible for him to not know? Like when he was trying to translate the code, do you think it's impossible for him to not know what he was reading?
What he was reading specifically?
Like when he was going through the code, like it seemed like he didn't know what the hell he was reading or how to translate it. From my knowledge, if you don't understand something, you can't explain it. So is it impossible?
I watched that and can answer that probably if you don't mind.
I want Jack.
All right. Well,
I think he wants me to answer it.
go
so,
ahead.
so here's the thing: if you're a project lead for a project, you have to know what's going on, even if you do not understand the code. So the questions that were asked at the conference were not about the code. It was about, just the roadmap, and the roadmap isn't coming. And his body language and what he said told me, and this is my personal opinion, I could be wrong, it told me that he is not even talking to his developers. Maybe there are no developers. Who knows? Maybe the Ethereum 2, which is the proof of stake, is a lot more complicated and they need to start from square one. Now, if I were to launch a chain, I would say that forget the world's largest airdrop. It already happened on the Ethereum POW. Let's just forget this whole idea about copying the state. If people are worried about hacks not being on the new chain, well, you can airdrop the new hacks on the new chain just by looking at the hacks contract on Ethereum. It's actually very easy. It can be done in about 5 minutes. So nothing really needs to be copied state-wise. So I think this whole idea of giving free stuff or a copy of stuff you have on Ethereum seemed like an attractive idea for marketing, but ultimately it has no value. And we see that, for example, USDC on Ethereum POW has no value. So why would it have value on Pulse chain? Perhaps he thought it would have value, but maybe he realized that it has no value, and therefore they're desperately trying to come up with new ideas in terms of what to do. Now, we do know that there's quite a bit of money in the sacrifice pools that were supposed to be used on Pulse chain and whatnot. However, with the news about it, the SEC, this makes it harder to do because that makes Pulse pretty much a security. In other words, Pulse was given to people who gave money to some wallet, and now this money will be used to generate more value. If that is the case, the SEC will have no problem ruling that Pulse is a security and was sold to the investors. So this whole sacrifice idea is not really true sacrifice. It's actually people are full of expectations, and nobody's fooled that just because we call it a sacrifice, it really is an investment with the anticipation of profit. If SEC has engaged with Richard and told him, hey, if you do this, we don't even have to do much and to deem it a security, so you may as well just stop everything. And so that could be the situation. So I don't think he's lying. I think he's not saying certain things that are specifically personal and private to him. And I would say his hands are pretty much tied. Though I would say that if it was me, I would just say, hey, look, SEC is now has us on the radar. We have to do something else. So I would have said that, but he is not saying it, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. So it's a personal choice.
Do you think a good idea would be to abandon the
Jim
sacrifice, just send everybody their funds back, and then just use Hex as the gas? Would that be SEC free?
That's what I would do.
Nice. That's what I told him to do in the first place. But okay, I'm satisfied now. Thanks for this answer, man.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if the money is still there and there are any questions on whether this money has been collected by issuing an unregistered security that you're going to go to jail for, I would just say, okay, it was wrong. We had different ideas. We were misled. Whatever the excuse might be, and I would just send everybody the sacrifice money back, so to speak, and that's it.
Blasphemy! Wow, just wow. Can you guys believe that shit? Wow. Man. I don't use a specific chain there, Chico. I'm sending from a chain to an address. I'm sending from MetaMask or Ox Wallet to the address they tell me to send it to. So you're actually not on chain, it's off chain. If you nebulize Sovereign Silver, it's literally a silver bullet for any flu-like symptoms. Yeah, I've got my silver, whatever it's called. I did that. about an hour ago, right before we started. Should have partnered with Flux. Roadmaps, expectations. Andrew Daines. Yeah, that is true. Roadmaps are expectations. Richard put himself in a conundrum with that part, for sure. Dollar Cost Crypto really tore into Jack Levin on stream earlier with RH Max. It got animated, was very entertaining. Bobby Hexrat. Wow. They have a different link on Nomics. There's a GSD Gold Standard DAO on Binance. Be careful, Hexkins. Double check that you're the correct site before connecting your wallet. Oh, there is no Tintop. There is nothing to connect to yet. All right. They launch on the 21st. This doesn't surprise me because Richard attacks Zen. I don't think any of his confo happens had Richard not went after Zen. So you're telling me that this guy is vengeful? Richard just posted an update on V3. Did he now? Let me see. I'll show if it's something of value here. He doesn't follow me anymore, or I don't follow him. It's like I don't see the stuff. Ah, here we go. Okay, so I'll share this. Dun, dun. That's just a full screen. Where is it? Ah, jeez. Sorry, guys. All right. Just some Pulse Chain teaser. It's working on private V3 testnet. Warning, this is a staking launchpad for the Pulse Chain testnet V3. This launchpad will help you become a Pulse Chain validator so you can play an active part in Pulse Chain's future. Validators are key to security, scalability, and sustainability of Pulse Chain. By running a validator, you'll be responsible for securing the network and receive continuous payouts for actions that help the network reach consensus. Pulse Chain is fully secured by a proof-of-stake validators. By running a validator, you'll be helping to secure the Pulse Chain network. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Lights out. That's a good one, man. That should ease some of the butthurt boys out there. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Very cool. All right, so that was like perfect timing. Thank you, Ricardo. Yeah, so we got an update, Pulse Chain update. Version 3 is coming along nicely. But what Jack did, though, that was scumbaggy, man. The stuff that he was saying, I like that guy less and less. Yeah, Yoden's right. FUD, Jack is a vampire. I knew it all along. Yeah, wasn't. Gosh, that just pisses me off. I already just posted a screenshot of version 3. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. With 256 validators and 163% APY. What the hell? This guy's just making a whole bunch of assumptions. Prince of Pulse, yes, he is. Why would RH be making a MU? What's a MU? Randy, look at Richard Hart's tweet he just did. Okay. Exactly. Jack is a competitor. Not a layer 1 competitor, but a competitor. TB Bishop, you think? Mic drop? It was never even a real question. Complete horseshit. Yeah. Why believe him? Yep. Max FUD from Jack sure was. Wow, some people are angry. That's how I feel. I feel like it was that. I mean, Trey, I mean, who I've respected for years, ever since he got out. He survived the whole BitConnect thing. I respected him for being a man, standing up and admitting that he was wrong and all that. But now, excuse me, biting the hand that feeds him makes no sense. Yeah, exactly. Trayvon been hating on Pulse and Zen launch, probably due to the backlash. I was right, piece of crap. You know, it's almost like he's deflecting. Trayvon is deflecting. He's saying, okay, I don't want the attention on me because I got so many people into Pulse Chain. I'd rather you guys focus on Zen, even though who knows what's going to happen with Zen. Right now, it's all speculation that the price could go up, even though I do mint wallets all the time. All's fair in love and war. They'll both work harder. Good. Yeah. Crazy discussion. I could not understand why Jack created unlimited wallets to do a product with gold to reach many. It's a weird approach. Yeah, it was a weird approach, but it is gas. The value comes from the gas that's burned in order to mint the wallets. I would never bite it. Fiditis is still in the air. RH just tweeted about V3. Don't buy into the FUD. That's right. I can't wait for the I told you so. Oh man, it's going to be so much fun. What he said was an opinion on or a speculation. Am I wrong? Yeah, but he went deep. Yeah, I never liked that Jack guy. Yeah. Did he now, Tone? And then we're so lucky that tweet that came out from Richard, that was perfect timing. And then Richard just slapped him upside the face with a sausage. Oh God. Remember that scene from Game of Thrones where he's got the sausage, he's going, hey. Oh God. We need pulse chain validators outside the US. That is right. And I hope to be one. Because of Jack Richards tweeted to smash the shitcoin out of him. It was a lot, but my money doesn't care. Yeah. He's a creepy vampire coming from Google to attack DeFi. Could be Yoden. Good to see you, by the way. Is it okay for Richard to FUD Jack's project? He did. The thing is that Richard did FUD. He didn't say Zen in particular, but why is Bitcoin flashing? Bitcoin's always flashing. The reason why Richard unfollowed me was because I made a quick little video and tweeted about Zen, and he made it clear. It was almost like he was talking to me during the show. He goes, "Listen, I only follow RH Max people, like anybody who follows Richard Hart and their Richard Hart Maxis, and I am not." You know, he tolerated me. In my opinion, he tolerated me for almost 3 years. Just because I've been a big supporter of Hex and I talk about Hex all the time. I talk about Pulse Chain all the time. But I sprinkle stuff in there that he doesn't like. And that video about Zen, I think that was the point where Richard said, "Okay, Randy, I've had enough of your bullshit." Okay. No problem. I was thinking the TFX. I was thinking the same thing today. Has anyone heard from David Fetter? Haven't seen him around for a while. Yeah, maybe he got the 3-letter agency bug, like a lot of the streamers did. I'm going to fund Tom Gillespie so he can make the documentary Jack Levin, a vampire story. Hey Trenton, hey old friend, just bought a go-kart for $600. 1961 McCulloch R1 with twin engines. Last one sold at auction for 22K. Damn, bro, you know how to find the gold. And how's the rain? I saw snow in Venice Beach the other day. You guys over in Cali are getting weird weather. Jack is a layer 1 competitor. He's launching Zen Chain. Is he really? I didn't know that, Corey. See, I don't even pay attention. I got my Zen. That's all I cared about. Richard hurt Trevon's feeling by blocking him. That's when it all started going downhill. See, I'm not like that. I'm not one of those people that gets pissed about those things. It's social media. Excuse me. In general, if I don't like you in real life, that's different. But online, there's very few times I'll block somebody, except for who was that guy? Oh, I can't remember his name. He came into Hex last bull, right at the end of the bull. He was around for a little while. Orca or something like that, with the guy with the beard. And he attacked me. He attacked me personally when I called him whiny, because he was whining about stuff. I'm like, dude, will you stop whining? And he lost his shit. Typical young buck move, right? And then one of his other cronies, and I'm sure it was one of his accounts, his fake accounts or something, they started attacking me. So I blocked the other guy. And but it's because they were doing personal threats. Well, we're going to see you in Vegas. We're going to hurt you. And I'm like, okay, great. That's good. It's the internet, bitches. I would expect that he's doing something similar as Alex McWhirter, building some sort of pulse chain infrastructure. What's that TFEC? What did TFEC say? Oh, David Fetter, yeah. Maybe that's why he's gone underground, right? Why so scared of SEC? The world is not America. That's right, Chico. I respect Jack Lemmon. Facts. Anyone doing something bold and important gets hate, to be honest, Richard included. Yeah, that's right. Cryptographics disappeared as well. He was another vampire. That guy, man. Talk about thin-skinned. Good one, Randy. Prices then could go up. Let's hope so. They could. We don't know when. Layer 1 on the cards potentially, but he also offered to build Pulse Chain for RH for free. Oh, really? Interesting. People were investors. What other community kicks out people for investigating other tech? It's getting weird. People are watching. Yeah, exactly. That is weird. I don't like the whole Maxi idea. The only person, I'm going to say this one more time, the only person I think should be a pure RH Maxi is Richard Hart himself. Everyone else, keep your mind open. You never know what you're going to find. You might find Avalanche and have a 25% day. You just never know. He would have to do Pulse Chain first if RH wants to help. Interesting. Yes, sir. Thank you, AK. Appreciate that. Lights Out said, Orca attacked me too. Wouldn't say my name directly. Turns out he's done the same to others. Yeah. The kid was a little full of himself. I took out my homie hammer. You guys who do not know what a homie hammer is, you should learn about old school TV. Test. Yeah. Hey, Ovidian. Good to see you. Why, someone took down one of your posts or something, Ovidian? I didn't see it. All right. And we are at 11:01. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all coming out. And, thank you for my first subscriber on Patreon. I'm not even sharing the link around yet, but somebody found it. It's at the top of my YouTube channel. You can click. I think that's the only place I've shared it. But wow, we already got our first Patreon. Thank you so much. But I will be here, help you guys. Yeah, homie, don't play that. Get your homie hammer out. Homie the clown. Bye, everybody.